Okay, so again, here we go. I'm going to do this slider guide. It's a little hard to see, but the bottom is 0.25 inches. So let's go ahead and I will go ahead and start. It's imperial. I'm in inches. Line, I'll type in 0,0, enter. And then let's go up, following the drawing, I'll go up 1.5 inches. All right. And then I'm going to come in 0.25, actually, no, 0.5 if I'm looking at the drawing. All right, then let's go up. I'm going to come up here. Now, so what I need to do here is I don't really know, but I know that's 3 inches to the center of that circle. So I'll do that. I think what I'm going to do is then I have to subtract that 1.5. So I'll type in 1.5, enter. And then all I'm really doing is just working with what it gives us. So this is basic math. I'm going to have to come in 2.5 inches here, but I already know I already went in 1.5. So I'm just going to come in 2 inches and push enter. And so there's a lot of little math in my head here. So let's draw these circles and then we will verify it. So circle diameter. Let's go ahead and click the center and type in 2.5. Enter. Oh, do that again. Circle diameter 2.5. I typed in 25. All right. So let's get rid of that. All right. And then let's do the other one. Circle diameter. And this one should be 4.25. It is a little odd that they show it as a diameter, not a radius. Generally, when you show if it's not a full circle, you typically mark it as a radius, but that's okay. We can go ahead. So now what I'm going to do is let's just go ahead and I'm going to bring this up and just snap it at that intersection. It's not showing us what that dimension is, so we're just going to have to do a little guesswork here. Let's go ahead and it's always helpful before you get too carried away to just verify your dimensions. So we'll go ahead and do this. And I kind of like to do it in a manner that replicates the textbook, so I don't have to do my work twice. So while I'm here, let's go ahead and let's go ahead to our format, dimension style. I'm just gonna, looks pretty simple. All I really need to do is change it from precision to hundredths, and then the leading 0 we don't want, 0 suppression. And I think that's all I need to do. The scale looks actually pretty good. Set current, close. All right, so far so good. Let's just keep going here. Let's do the other diameter, 2.5. That looks good. All right, and get as much as I can to verify before I get too far ahead of myself. Looks good. And I'm going to come in actually off the center line there. All right, 3 inches. I had a construction line here. Let's just go ahead and get rid of some of these lines I don't need. So actually, I think I'm doing okay. I feel confident enough. I'm just going to mirror this now. So I'm going to take what I've already built here, these lines, and mirror it just to, and so let's go to the center, come down, and that looks good so far. So now I can do a trim. And let's get rid of what we don't want. And I think that looks good. And then I think I can just build the bottom of this and I should be done with the construction. So I'll just go ahead and type in 0,0. And I'm going to come over, that dimension is a little hard. Oh, there it is, 0.5 inches. All right. The one that's hard to read is it comes up. It's a little grayed out there. So I'm going to come up 0.25, enter, and then I'm going to come over 4 inches. And then again, come down 0.25. And I could just close this up and just check that dimension right there. That looks good. So I think pretty sure I've drawn everything. I find it kind of easier to do the line weights before I get all the dimensions in, because I end up clicking things I don't want to click. So let's go there. Let's go to our line weight and type in 0.5, and we want to make sure that we can see it. So let's come down here and turn that on. All right, looks good so far. Let's go ahead and just finish these dimensions. Make sure I've got that gap here. If you don't have that gap, make sure you have that gap. Usually, you know why you're seeing it. Let's turn at a construction line. Let's turn that construction line off. And then let's snap this to that center mark right there. Okay, so if you don't see the center mark, just go to dimensions. Go to dimension and just hit that center mark, and that'll activate it if you don't see it on there. All right, it's the only one I need. Now let's just finish dimensioning this, and then we'll plot it out. Now you don't need to do the Z or the Z on this because we're just doing the XY. So don't worry about the depth of, looks like 1 3/4. We don't care, because if you were doing this as a orthographic drawing, you would only show the front view, and the side view would be done separately. All right, come down here. And so this is not a bad time to try to organize your drawing dimensions the same way. So what I would do is I come down here and I click right on that arrow, and that'll center that for me. So it's one continuous line. 1.5 or 2, so everything looks good, I think. There's one more I almost missed. So let's go here, get the height. All right, that looks good. So just make sure you have the spacing before you finish. I need one more. I need that 2.5. Let's get that verified. So, and then I'm going to select the top of that and come straight up with it. And I think we're pretty close to being done here. So what I might do is on the view, I don't see my menu here. How did I get rid of that? My view cube, I can center it just by hitting the top. I think I'm good. So before I'm done though, I'll go ahead and do I'll go ahead and file print and do a print preview or plot. And now, so here's the problem. If I would just do this display, if you remember, I did the 25 instead of 2.5, it would actually, this is why I do the window, because it would just, it has a memory. Typically it would remember that, and even though I deleted it. All right, so let's just verify this preview. And that looks pretty good to me. So I think I'm done with this. So I'd go ahead and save this, not print it. Sorry. So let's do that again. Plot. You can hear my plotter going in the background. And we're going to do the, there we go, window, preview. All right, this time I'm going to save it as a PDF file, hopefully. All right, and this is the slider guide, and I'm good here. All right, so, and I'll save my DWG file the same way. And I should be good to go. All right, slider guide. So, all right. And so that is the slider guide demo. All right, let me stop the recording here.